Hey, how's it going, guys? Sebastian with Capital City Cleanouts here. Just wanted to go ahead and make a video about my small business. I'm actually a business owner here just outside of Austin, Texas. And I wanted to give you guys a breakdown because we just hit our first $1,000. Here's how we did it. All right, so the first job was about 20, probably like 15 to 20 minutes away from here. Um, I will say, first job, I'm still learning. I had priced it um, over the phone through text. Originally, we came to the agreement that it was going to be about 200 to 270. Okay. As soon as I got there, I I had this feeling like, man, like I don't know if I'm cutting my legs off. Did I price it too low just to earn the job? But as soon as I got there, it was way more than we had agreed upon. So that really did, I guess, help me out in a sense for repricing. I will say that my pricing, I go based off volume. Uh, Here in Austin, there's a couple different junk removal businesses, but so far I've found that pricing by volume is pretty beneficial. Okay, so for a full trailer, I go 800. For half a trailer, it's 400. For a quarter, it's two. Originally, I thought it was going to be uh, a quarter load. Okay, but actually getting there, it was way more. He added a whole bunch of things to it, and we had to reprice. Uh, After some negotiation, we came to the agreement that $500 was fair. We went ahead and got him loaded up. We did this job. Probably took me and my business partner Bo. You guys might meet him. Probably not. We'll see where this channel goes. Took me and my business partner about 30 minutes to get everything done, and then yeah, another 15 minutes back home. So that whole just about hour for $500 uh, between the two of us. Right. All right. Just to finish up about that first job, um, I know I was kind of talking pricing structure. Um, that job came out to be almost three quarters of the trailer instead of just the one to, you know, one and a half. Um, but yeah, so almost three quarters of the trailer. However, there were a couple different things there, such as a mattress. I typically would have added another $30 for a mattress, uh, but trying to help him out, I didn't. Um, but also, my trailer wasn't all the way up, right? So it's about 4 feet high. Everything was coming up to about 3 feet. Um, so I give him a discount for that, right? Yeah, that's where we kind of came to the agreement that 500 would be fair. Um, Now, moving along to the second job, uh, I got it a couple of days later, but funnily enough, it was actually in the same neighborhood. Um, so I think I'm gonna start putting signs in that neighborhood. Uh, that kind of tells me they're well off, right? That second job, actually a really nice guy. I'm gonna call him Larry for the sake of the story, but Larry, um, he had to get rid of a hot tub, right? Um, and the motor went out. Luckily enough, I just happened to respond to his request first, so he agreed to come with me. Pricing it out, we came to the agreement that, hey, this one being 5x5, um, a little on the heavier side, right? 350 to 450 would be quite fair. And I know I keep saying fair, but I like to give kind of like a range, right? Upon actually, getting there, doing the work, um, because it was the same neighborhood, once again, 15 minutes out, we got there. It took us, funnily enough, another 30 minutes or so to take the hot tub from his backyard all the way to the front, get it loaded up and strapped, um, and then another 15 minutes home or so. Uh, Originally, like I said, 350 to 450. So about 400 was going to be good, but Larry actually gave us a $100 tip, which put us in that $1,000 kind of milestone. So Larry, I know I'm changing your name for this, but if you see this, thank you very much. You are our second client. One of the kind of final parts that I want to talk about is the actual disposal of this junk, right? I removed a couple of things. Now, what do I do with it? I've got to get rid of it. Actually, found a pretty decent recycling center. Okay, if I can recycle something as opposed to just dumping it, I will. In some cases, like uh, the first client had a bunch of metal. Okay, we're able to recycle a bunch of that metal and dispose of a couple of things like computer monitors, um, and different things like that to try to offset some of the junk fees, right? Um, we actually took it to a recycle center down by Bo's house, right? That's my business partner. His name is Bo. Um, and in that recycle center, I've got a breakdown for you here. So that way you guys can see exactly how much we spent, how much they actually paid us for that metal. And yeah, pretty much how that whole process went. So right here at that recycle center, they actually had a pretty much where you can dump your waste as well. So basically, like a landfill almost for a certain cost, right? For that, they charged us $66 to get rid of all of our stuff, as well as that mattress. Like I said, $30. I don't really make profit on that. Um, and then another $56 was a fee to get rid of all of the monitors. They call them TVs, right? So that's everything that they charged us. But to help offset, we had $24 in shreddable steel, $44 in wire, and then about $3 and some change in the motor. So the motor for the second client, a hot tub, they actually paid us for that, as well as another little thing of steel. In the end, we ended up paying $92 to get rid of all of this junk from these two clients. Now, the final thing, the first client actually had some chairs and some rims that we decided we wanted to try to sell. The rims have not sold, so the jury's still out on that. But the chairs did end up selling. Um, these chairs, you can get them for about 25 bucks brand new. They were in pretty good condition. So we said, hey, 10 bucks a pop, pretty fair, pretty good, right? We sold these four chairs for $40. After the first job, second job, chairs brings us to 1,040, and then after junk fees, puts us at 94. Uh, sorry, 947 and $56. That is us making our first $1,000 with almost 950 of it in profit, right? Thank you so much for watching. I did want to finish off with a couple of things. Um, Earlier, I know I mentioned Bo, my business partner. I'll go ahead and try to introduce you guys to him as soon as I can. Actually met him in the car business 4 years ago when I moved out here from El Paso, Texas. But yeah, gonna introduce you guys to him. Okay, like I said, I'm starting in this business. I wanted to share kind of my journey. But if you know you're a little bit more experienced in it, please do help give me some tips, any comments, questions, concerns, anything that you guys would like to kind of talk to me about. Um, yeah, let's share our journey together. And thank you for watching Capital City Clean.